Today, many have layers of energy that they do not know exists. And most probably, they do not know that this energy travels with them and are about them. It exists in and around them, and they know it not. Does the energy you keep fill your being and world in a good way? Do you know what we speak of here? We speak on energy from other lifetimes that is also about you. It is about you in a twofold way. It is around and about you and is about you and what has come before. This is how you might understand this word we use so often, for it can be understood from multiple levels of understanding. And so, you have moved about this earth for a time or two. And that is a good thing, but also a thing where more can be, but not in a good way. In these other times, you have picked up energy that is tied to you and your soul. You have picked up what needs to be restored to a means of betterment. It must be restored so that more can be. Do you see? Layered by lesser energy. Let us take a deep dive of understanding here to say that you have been layered with lesser energy when you did not enlist steps to move that lesser energy off and away. When something is not understood, and you have held a lower understanding and not moved to restore it to where it needed to be, that energy became bound to your soul and each subsequent embodiment. That is how this works. Have you known of this understanding before? Have you known about this compounding of energy? Have you known that you need not do some things that are of a lower and sometimes grossly lower way? When you do, and you then leave this life without restoring what need no longer be, then it remains in that lesser way and is brought back around to you in each lifetime until there is the raising up and restoration of what was once more than that. It is the restoration of wholeness that we describe. It is what you might seek to be. Restore wholeness when there is not that, then the energy does accrue. It does accrue and build upon the other. Soon you will have more of this or that coupled with other lesser ambitions, and so it is quite a mix when you consider what has been underfoot once upon a time when it was not that here. And so, do recognize that you are meant to clear and clean house before you depart life here. You are meant to clean up anything that you have created in a lesser way. You are meant to clear and clean, restore and renew all that is in your path and history. But you see, these things were not taught, nor are they understood to impact as they do. They were not taught in a way that might restore wholeness to your day and this life. Surrender and release. These things were not taught, and perhaps even those things confessed by another did not benefit as it might or should, for there was not the surrender, oftentimes, of what had come before. There was not the dissipation of what has existed before. There was perhaps a wanting, but was it bound by duty? Was it bound by something other than what it is? If there is not the heart-centered request made in a loving way, if there was not that, then how can a restoration be in your future when you confessed this or that without what was needed? How could it be when that necessary component was not inserted or felt? Responsibility and accountability is key. You see, it is taking responsibility for your actions. It is recognizing that different choices would produce a different outcome, and a different energy resulting. One can never absolve the sin as it is and can only be done individually, and not because or through another. Do you see the control and the wanton lack of accountability that has existed in this way? You see, this was the removal of self-accountability. And self-accountability must always be. There is no other way. Begin to move beyond as you unlayer lesser energy. Restore a degree of wholeness as you move these unwanted energy grids off and away. See more clearly what exists today in this way. Move more in sequence, and all that is to be in this way.